So I've had the Gem Junior for quite some time. It was the first guitar I bought with my own money, and I think that's been about, I want to say about 4 years ago or so. And one thing that YouTube is lacking is long-term reviews. And so I wanted to kind of go over the things that I really appreciate about it. The things that, you know, I really liked, especially for it being my first kind of nice guitar. And maybe some things that over the years I came to not like so much. So let's get right into it. The first thing I want to touch on is just the sheer value of this guitar. I know when I got it, it was on sale. It was like $100 off. So I bought it for $400. I think normally they run about $500. And, you know, like Floyd Roses alone cost like $100, like for a Floyd Rose special. So just the value you get out of this guitar is insane. That kind of brings me to the other thing I want to talk about, is a Floyd Rose. You know, I know a lot of people like to trash, you know, cheaper or off-brand Floyd Roses, the Ibanez Floyd Roses, the all sorts of Floyd clones that are out there on the market, but I've never had any problems with this one, and I'm not particularly nice on this guitar. Like, I'm doing crazy dive bombs and whammies and like shaking it like Steve Vai in Crossroads, and I've never had any problems. Yeah, so just like the raw materials you get from this guitar is insane. The frets are good, the pickups are good, the Floyd's good, the tuners are good, like just everything about this is good. It's not like super premium, but it's good. The next thing I want to touch on is the pickups. Mine look a little dirty because I leave this guitar out so I can play it whenever I want. But the pickups, I think they're Ibanez branded pickups, but they still sound like the DiMarzio, whatever, Steve Vai pickups. They have a very like defined high end, and they're pretty like medium hot output. And with the 5-way, you get split options in between each of these. So all the way back is humbucker, or the bridge humbucker. Then you got split, this coil, and then the middle. Then you got just the middle. Then you got split, middle, and this coil. and then just the full humbucker in the neck. So the tonal variety you can get out of this guitar is pretty wicked. So I definitely think the greatest strength of this guitar though is that for $500 you're getting a decent guitar, not even decent, a very fair guitar with a Floyd Rose, and in my experience, a good Floyd Rose. That's remarkable to me. The thing I don't particularly like it, and why I choose my guitar over this 9 times out of 10, is actually because of the pickups. Sometimes these can just be kind of too bright. Not necessarily like in a bad way, but when it's in the humbucker positions, it still has some single coil qualities. Like, it's still a very spanky, kind of slappy, glassy sounding humbucker, even when it's not split. So that wraps up kind of my thoughts on the guitar. It's killer value. It's an absolute workhorse. You can get all sorts of tones out of this thing. But for me, sometimes it just lacks a little warmth and depth that I came to appreciate over the years of playing this guitar. So yeah, with that being said, I wanted to take a second also to say, if you want backing tracks, ever since GuitarBackingTracks.com went down, I started making my own. Those are the ones I've been using in my cover videos, and for just $2 a month you can subscribe to my Patreon and get access to all the backing tracks I've ever made. Some of them I haven't done covers on, or don't even really plan to do covers on those songs, but I got all sorts of backing tracks. So if you like this content, or maybe you just want some Van Halen, some Steve Vai backing tracks, I got extreme backing tracks. If any of that interests you, go check out my Patreon. I also got exclusive content on there. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. If you hated it, go start a war in the comments. And I will see you guys next time.